Most days in the past, there were louder stadiums, but not today. Today, this is the beating, bleeding red heart of the sport we love, as pure as it gets. Bloomington, Indiana. Football on the Big Ten Network is presented by Marathon. The Washington Huskies out of the Pacific Northwest to take on the 13th ranked team of the nation. 7-0 for the first time since 1967, the Indiana Hoosiers.
Saying Gene Hackman and Jimmy Chitwood would enjoy this one too, brother. Here we go.
I'm saying it feels just like a movie. Keith Reynolds back deep for Washington, and he's going to bring it out and try to spark the Huskies from the jump, and he gets popped down at the 18-yard line. Third down and 8. Rodgers under pressure again. He got rid of it. Incomplete. But
hard when all those bodies are standing up at the line of scrimmage.
They bring 4 and a delayed handoff to Ellison. And he gets tackled. Bruner there in front of him and Tuputala on his back. Rodgers steps in and completes Giles Jackson, but he is tackled shy of the line to gain. Sean Asbury with a strong tackle, and it's going to be 4th and 8.
You got nothing to lose, man. See if they get a yard with his back.
Going to Coleman, gets it. He spun off a tackle and picked up the first down.
Let's not forget the psychological element.
You see why he's 3rd in the Big Ten in yards after contact entering play today. So now Rodgers wants to set up a screen, and he's got it. Cam Davis into Indiana territory, and another first down.
And we talked about this offense. Receivers in the Big Ten.
He's been the go-to guy. 9 receiving touchdowns this year. Boston, that leads the league. Pressure off the edge, and it's intercepted. D'Angelo Pons, roll out the big red carpet. Touchdown, Indiana. Thank goodness this place doesn't have a roof. Cam Davis, the pass-catching running back, is in the game. Rodgers looking his way. Throws it to him, but he's tackled short by Pons, and it's 4th down and 3.
This is an awesome job by this defense. They're going to roll their coverage. All Washington, see if he can make an impact coming off of an injury at the defensive end.
Taven Jackson, quick throw, receiver fell down, and penalty comes out. He was looking for Elijah Surratt, matched up with Ephesians Pryzak.
Defense, number 7. Ball we placed at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
This is a matchup we'll watch all game.
Jackson, great pocket, plenty of time. And right on the money, Surratt, a first down out of bounds. Let's go down to Rhett.
Quarterback coach Tino since
Justice Ellison, and he's met right at the marker. This is going to be close.
6, Justice Ellison on the carry.
The line to gain is the 32-yard line, and they're going to direct snap it, and Jackson will have to get unpiled here. Washington thinks they got him stopped. That was 4th down.
Looked like the official on Washington's sideline had him for a first down. On the other side did not, just based on where they ran out.
On the 3rd down play.
Maybe not.
Washington's defense stands. Let's take another pressure. Steps out. Makes a break for it, and ball comes out after he hit the ground. The result of the run should have him a first down. They did not rule him down. Right now they're ruling this a fumble. based on where they're marking it. He's down.
And I think he's down. Yeah, the first shot we had where he was coming right at us, that to me told everything. This is the shot right here. Ball secure, elbow down, he's down, ball comes out. To me, it's an
Clear.
easy one.
Yeah.
And
So
now it's just, where's the spot?
Well, it's easy for you to say it's an easy.
Of course, it's always easy from up here.
But you think it's clear.
I think it's clear.
So, you know, they'll bring the ball back about, I think it's about 3 yards.
After further review, the runner was down. The ball will be placed at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10, Washington.
Mike Pereira back in LA, what do you think?
I like the decision. That's something that they had two.
And Rodgers is going to throw under pressure over the middle. Denzel Boston down inside the 40.
We talked about the play-action game being such a factor for Washington. It again is. You watch the linebackers.
On 3rd down and less than a yard. And they're going to throw. Rodgers, Boston, single coverage with Pons, and it's incomplete. And does that mean they're going to go for it here? 4th down.
That big defensive lineman.
Zachary Henning, extra offensive lineman. Coleman steps out. Stiff arm brought down. Lost yardage. 4th down. Turnover on downs. Amari Farrell all over it.
Look at the havoc coming your way. That's Linnell Carr, number 41. His penetration is what spills the run to Amari Farrell. They take on that block from Voi Tanufi. No problem. Yes, missed the first tackle, but they rally to the football every snap. There's so
Offensive yards per play, over 7.5 yards per play. Looked like he's setting up the screen, and then he just gets rid of it. Tanufi, who was just in at fullback on the other side of the ball, with a big hit on Taven Jackson.
these veteran linebackers to clean everything up.
They allowed 8 sacks the last 2 weeks after they gave up just 7 in the first 5. Rodgers with pressure in his face, cuts it loose, and it's picked again. Pod's got another.
Talked about a lot in advance of this game. Boston versus Pons. He's on top of him the whole time. He's on top of the route. Watch his eyes the whole time tracking the ball against Washington's most.
Indiana with pressure coming. Jackson has it picked up. Long throw on a line. It's caught. Omar Cooper. Touchdown Hoosiers. Radicic.
Angelo Pons, his second pick of the game, acrobatic. And then it flips to offense, and you see that arm talent, that big playability. And this crowd, I'll tell you what, they are going.
Back to Jonah Coleman. Coleman breaks through across midfield, a stiff arm, and Coleman is going to get deep into Indiana territory. Finally,
So they're trying to get more downhill.
pumped and caught. And another first down for Washington, Jeremiah Hunter. He's been the go-to guy today so far. Big Cam Davis has come into the game at running back, and he'll get it. And he gets swallowed up almost immediately. They'll hand it off. And around, and reaching for the end zone. Giles Jackson is in. And Washington is on the board. A quick strike for UW.
So much about Washington this season is just getting out of their own way. Under his father, Bill Belichick, just true and total trust in the scheme. And you're seeing such a variance of looks within this scheme thus far today.
Good pocket, third down, sideline, Surratt. And that's incomplete. And he's getting fit. Indiana had this experience last week, and Nebraska just kind of went away. Washington's trying to avoid that fate. On third down, Rodgers hits Boston. He's tackled at the 40 and is going to be 4 yards shy. What do you do here?
You go for it if you're Jet. Boys again know where this receiving core is with this tight end, Latu. They like him at the bottom of the screen.
He hasn't touched the ball yet today. Rodgers looking for him. Now steps up, and he gets upended by Aiden Fisher, and it's going to depend on the spot. It looked like he had a clear path to a first down, Yogi.
To throw it to Latu.
Yep.
And it was Jalen Walker, and then to your point, Aiden Fisher, that forced him to run and then made the tackle.
Game clock operator, please reset.
And they're marking it short, turnover on downs.
Watch these linebackers right here as the play unfolds. They're all over the tight end, and then immediately when they see Will Rogers starting to run, they drive on him and make an incredible tackle, end over end.
Thank you.
I mean, right through the thigh pad. Jackson, and understand where guys are flowing to.
After the turnover on downs, Jackson, back foot throw on the money. Miles Cross with a first down.
Nothing has changed with Taven Jackson. If anything, more QB run. Don't be shocked to see one here.
Okay, you called the last one. You got it right. Here's a flip. Justice Ellison, Cam Fabiculanen coming downhill and stops him just a yard shy, 4th and 1. Yes. Jackson gives to Ellison, and into the pile he goes, and it looks like he'll come out of it with a first down.
Minute while Sinceri's talking with offensive coordinator Mike Shanahan, and then they all come back together and get a firm grasp of what's going on out there.
Big moment here for him. 3rd down, pressure comes, and he completes a first down throw to Miles Price. 2 tight ends in the game, plus the other extra offensive lineman. And Lawton has a big hole, and he bounces off the defender for the first down. After the Washington timeout. 3rd and 2. Taven Jackson is down at the 1, but that's a first down. So it's going to be 1st and goal. Justice Ellison is shy of the goal line, and now it's 2nd and goal, and Indiana. 17th play of the drive. On the ground, Lawton, and he is short. They're fighting over inches down there.
Yeah, and look, sometimes when you're in the
Part of the field. Can they do it again? 3rd and goal. Jackson gives it, and Lawton is stopped. A stone wall of Huskies has built itself down on the 1-yard line. And he drills it. So Indiana's going to hit the locker room with the lead, but Washington's going to hit the locker room feeling okay.
They're going to say, hey, look, we hurt ourselves for a touchdown, but overall a solid half from him. They got to execute at a higher rate, just like Coach Cignetti told Rhett before the half.
Let's go down on the field to Rhett Lewis, who just spoke with Jed Fish.
More that QB run game going into the second half here.
Jackson to throw. And that's broken up into the air, intercepted. And the tide has turned for the Huskies. What an athletic catch.
Front it up, and then maybe the best catch of the day from Bandez. You'll see it right here. A little high. There's some contact there. Dixon and the receiver, but the catch and the interception from Bandez. You can argue a little contact early, but the one-handed grab. Catch of the day right now.
In the loud end of the stadium, in front of the student section. Coleman bounces it. Coleman has the first down. What a machine. 2nd highest broken tackle percentage in the country. Damon Williams keeping it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. What?
Went over to Jacob Bandez, give him a little fist pump. We said QB run game. Were you thinking it was going to be Indiana? No, it's UW.
End of the first half too, Yogi, where Washington's defense stopped.
It seemed like had a little extra juice on it. Missed on one throw to his left, but he's going to the right place with the football.
Tyson Lawton with this carry. Burst to the sideline for a first down.
See if they can clean it up here in the second half. I'd get Elijah Surratt involved a little bit at the top of the screen.
They're going to go back to the ground here with Ellison, who cuts it back. Taven Jackson out blocking in front, and that tackle's made on the perimeter by Ephesians.
Who is Steve Belichick tries to dial it up.
Crowd encouraging this offense on 3rd and 7. Hoping for something to cheer about. Jackson cuts another one loose. A dime right to Miles Price.
I believe on the opening drive.
3rd down. Back to the ground. Ellison forcing his way forward, and this is going to be right at the marker. Play 13. Remember, they had a 19-play drive before the half that ended with a field goal. Surratt single coverage at the top again. Direct snap. Justice Ellison. He runs behind his tight end, and he's able to get the first down.
Execution from Justice Ellison, Taven Jackson.
Back to Ellison. Ellison moving forward. He reaches. Touchdown, Hoosiers. It needed them. And together, they've got Indiana back up by 10.
This game is always going to present adversity. How you respond is the key. And this program that is a championship caliber program on
Stand an avid hunter and trying to hunt down a conversion here on 3rd down.
And it's getting loud, too. Rodgers stands in and delivers. Denzel Boston, a conversion.
This has been the matchup we've talked about.
He gives it off to Jonah Coleman, and Coleman turns the corner and picks up a first down. Rodgers back in a quarterback on 2nd and 11. And there's Kaleki Latu for the 2nd time this half with a first down. 18. Pump. Pressure. Looking. Sideline out of bounds. It was Boston coming back to it. A flag is down. We'll check on this penalty.
Ruling on the field is an illegal forward pass. The quarterback was across the line of scrimmage when he released the ball. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Also a loss of down, 4th down.
Edge. Hope he comes back and is all right.
He was able to pop up and walk off. But he's not on the field for this 3rd down. Jed Fish just told Rhett, we need a stop. Taven Jackson to throw. It's a long one, and it's incomplete. And now a flag comes in. That hit Ephesians Prysock in the face, and he was interfered with.
Pass interference. Offense number 4. 15-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Will Rogers, the first score of this game was a pick 6 by D'Angelo Pons. And now Boston with the fair catch. That's where Washington. Rogers gets it down to Coleman. And Coleman gets tackled, and it's 4th down. Jalen Walker all over it. 11.5 remaining in regulation. A low liner. Price sees a seam. Price across midfield. Crowd can smell it, and Price gets all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Oh, the crowd, to your point, you could smell it. You could hear it now, too. Not wasting any time like he did in the opening punt return of the game. Immediately getting north and south down the sideline, picks up a couple blocks. Here's one block. Here comes a second one, and his athleticism almost goes to the house.
52-yard punt, 65-yard return, and into the red zone. Justice Ellison. Well, it's been very clear from the start. You heard it the moment.
Football in this half thus far.
Extra offensive lineman into the game here on 2nd down and short. Ellison feeling his way, and he gets tied up. This should be a first down. Couple of tight ends. Ellison. And he gets a couple. And it will be 2nd and goal.
One thing.
They sprint 3 receivers out to the left. Back to the ground. No, it's the quarterback, Taven Jackson. He kept it, and he scored it. And after the big punt return, and Taven Jackson, once a Tennessee Volunteer, back home again.
And I think this is an advantage for Will Rogers right now in this offense, trying to find a little bit of rhythm after being stalled in the previous 2 drives.
First down there. I just have to say, Yogi, when was the last time you had to show the standing? Guy Haberman, Yogi Roth, Rhett Lewis down on the field. An emergency go time for the Huskies. And Rogers hit as he throws, but he gets it out to the back. Cam Davis for another good gain, and Washington
tried to isolate Denzel Boston on Jameer Johnson. Felt like that's where they were finding some of their most success earlier.
Yeah, I think here in the second half, they flipped him to the wide side of the field in that regard. Come down the seam there to Latu.
And Latu fighting his way down inside the 15 and to the 10.
You know, Red, they've tried to go to this tight end multiple times today. This is the first time they really could spring him down the seam. You feel the loss of Aiden Fisher a little bit there, potentially a linebacker over the linebacker in front of the safety. As we see
Washington hurrying down the field. Giles Jackson, touchdown earlier in the game. They get him to it quickly, and he's brought down at the 5. 2nd down and goal. Looking for Boston, and fighting with him was Pons. So Rhett mentioned pressure coming. Rogers throwing it back, and there's Latu, and he's cut down by Linnell Carr, who may have just saved the touchdown. 3-yard try. And that's through. So Washington not done yet with 6 minutes left.
This year with the run game, Dan Feeney, one of the best offensive linemen in Indiana history, is down here on the sideline. I was talking to him about it. He says he's seen a different edge from those big guys up front. As we see Ellison break off another run here, kind of setting that standard and living up to it here in the second half.
Well, I got a question for 3rd down here. Justice Ellison, his 28th carry of the day. And he's just swinging a game today. It's going to be so hard. Kalon Black bouncing it outside, and he's got a first down. Rhett?
You know, I talked to Sal Sinceri this
section today. That's how special this is.
And it's special for everybody. All the new faces, all the new coaches, all the old fans. And I hope they all take a page from Coach Cignetti. And after this game, don't look too far ahead. Enjoy it for today. Find that recliner like he does and kick on back, because that is the first time since